There's a few projects in this weekend's auctions by Silverstone Auctions and Classic Car Auctions, including this Merc. There's a lot of Jags to come later as well, which is more my specialty, but there is a nice, well, I say nice, an extra SV12 with a nice plate. And a very misaligned bonnet. There is a bit of everything in here. There's 250 cars for the weekend apparently, which has taken me a good couple of hours to walk around already, I think. Nice W8 series and a Maserati Quattroporte, which isn't a mistake I'm going to make anytime soon again. An RV8 tucked away in the corner. It's a bit dark over here, but it seems to just be abandoned. It looks nice. Old Rover. There's a couple of TR5s in here as well. The first of many Daimlers with the NAF chrome wheels, but a very rare black interior, which is really quite hard to find. Like this F100 as well. Never seem to get nice steering wheels in them though. Nice little Fiat 500. The tractor, the race cars are all over there. An R8, not sure it's a classic, but all this Jag either, to be honest. Now, this little Renault cropped up on eBay last year, and I think it sold for somewhere around 3.5 to 5.5 grand. I can't really remember. The reason being is it's very low mileage and was stored in a garage for years, hence why it's got all scratches down this side. Yeah, 360 miles from new, which is nothing really, is it? And now it's guided for 8 to 10 grand. Got to be a serious collector. Now, are they really collectors for Renaults like that? Not sure. Ooh, that doesn't really work, does it? Seems to be more and more London cabs in these kind of auctions now. Not sure how they're collectible. Quite like this little Mini as well, a lot of trophies. A little bit of fun. Maybe not some new edges though. Nice little Land, love a fast Clio. Not sure about the plates though, a bit dodgy. Another 911, of course there's always a lot of 911s. Love this DS. Such a pretty car. Just kind of walk along the lines and you can see it sitting really nice and low. Lovely. Stylishness personified, isn't it? Audis, BMWs, more Porsches. Mondial. Anyone love them yet? My dad does. Kind of hope he doesn't get one though. So, one hand I really like this little Land, but then I think the paint scheme's a bit too modern. Maybe without the stripes, and definitely without the scratches. That was Sunbeam. There's a couple of these in the auction as well. Seen them on Top Gear this weekend. I used to have one, restored one, sold it. It was a pain in my backside, but Cute little car. Broke down in it as well, actually, before I restored it. And there's a Tiger in the auction as well, which is a race car, which is the one I'd have. SL500. Litre XJS. 3.6 auto is quite clean as well. And then my favourite segment, XJs. Now, most of these XJs and XJSs have formed part of a collection, so none of them are really run in the last few years, and some of them have never run in about 20 years. But there may be a chance to grab something that's a bit of a bargain. We'll have to see. It depends how many people can turn up, because there's a lot of them here. They're all no reserve. But I haven't seen this many Series 1 cars in a long time. I'm quite pleased about them, to be honest, because there's quite a few V12s and 4.2s. There's a couple of manual overdrive cars which are really nice. There's, well, if you want an XJ you can tinker with rather, it's probably the place to come. I'm sure this is another V12, a Series 3, which is one of the nicer ones. They all need at least recommissioning. Most of them need restoring. This is a manual. Yep. But the overdrive doesn't work. Yeah. I didn't quite like the colour on this, but again, it's a full restoration project. Definitely. And the XJs have gone up in price, and the Series 1's a nice thing. Not sure many people are chucking that much money at them. What I hope is none of them get broken up for parts, because none of them are that bad. They all look reasonably solid on the face value of it, but to you underneath, you never really know. Really like this car as well. Full length Webasto. Lovely. Again, one of the better condition cars. Yes. Oh look, no dropped headline. Now, this one is another manual car, which naturally I'm kind of drawn to, but apparently it has a suspected head gasket failure, and there is definitely oil running down the block. So, not a good sign. However, if it's bought cheaply enough, you can do what you like with it, I suppose. Restore it, put a V12 in it, anything really. Or your oyster. It's Daimler 66 XJ40 body. Not such a fan of these looks wise. Rather have a Series 1, Series 2 or a Series 3. But nice enough. Another 4.2, I think this is Regency Red. And again, a manual overdrive car. Hate green interiors personally, light interiors, tan interiors, but most of these are that. Biscuit, sorry. Yeah. Had a little bit of work, but again, any of these are recommissioning projects. That's what you got to look at them as. You're going to need to chuck money at them. Now, one of my very favourite cars in the auction. I was really excited when I saw this come up with a reasonable looking work reserve. Don't see Lynx Aventas every day. So, now, one of the coolest estates. These look horrible though. Chrome arches shouldn't have a place on an XJS. The thing is with this car is, I expect it to open the bonnet and it'd be alright, but the inner wings being a different colour isn't a good sign. But that engine has received a lot of cleaning and also painting, because the fuel rail should be a kind of gold, bronzy colour. And this has all been painted, just spray painted right over the foam, which isn't a good sign. It's kind of a bit weird. But the engine is nice and clean. Hopefully it runs nice, it looks, and it's hard to make one of these look nice, but someone's reasonably done it. Shouldn't have a leaper either, but that could be changed. And the interior is quite nice too. And at the guide of 25 to 35, it's not unreasonable as a car. If you can find Lynx Aventas for any less than that, then let me know where, because they just don't sell for that anymore. Lovely. Definitely want one of those sometime soon. Another Series 1. I think this one's a V12. No, it's straight 6. Ooh. Not been touched in a long time. And even more XJs. I'm really curious to see if these go really high or really low for what they are. They are all, without exception, projects. But is it going to be a bit of an auction fever about them, or is there such a glut of them that people are going to be bored and they're going to sell for nothing? They are no reserve, so I'm not quite sure. However, I will be watching, because I like an XJ and I like a bargain as much as anyone. Flip. Nice. Nice colour. Yeah, again, needs work. The wing doesn't look great over there. The problem is as well, half of these seem to be missing a carb, or all of the carbs, which is a problem. I think this car's missing all of them. Nope, this one's gone. So many, I can't even remember what I'm looking at. But there are a few. wing isn't even just one straight. Oh, look at it, what a mess. I really like this coral HJ. Probably one of my favourite colours that you never really see. Series 2, handsome looking thing, but no carbs. So you can either find a carb setup for it, or you could change it to a 6 carb setup, which would be really thirsty, but probably quite nice. I really like that one, it's one of my favourites. But then I'm a sucker for projects, and I've got a bit of a problem with buying Jags that need too much work. So I'd advise anyone not to be like me and to buy a nicer one. Which actually takes me on to this car, which is a lot nicer than I thought it was going to be. I wasn't initially a fan of the colour in the photos, and there was a couple that I was looking at for someone. I thought the other one was going to be a better car, but it really isn't. This one is quite nice. It's not perfect, and the headlining has dropped, which is an expense, because no one really wants to do them. They're a pain in the backside. But it shuts nice. The interior in general is quite nice. The colour looks really good in person, and it's okay, it's not bad. Needs work still, but one you could reasonably use after you've recommissioned it. I quite like the actual wing mirrors as well. Utterly useless, but nice looking. Yep. And there's a couple of convertibles, like an XJS convertible. However, kind of curious to see what they do with them, because convertible prices, to me, at my eye, have dropped in the last couple of years. They were up at like 20 grand or a bit more. Now you seem to see them settling about 15. So we'll see. This one here is the one that I'm most intrigued, because it's guided at 8 to 10 grand, and it's a facelift 6 litre car, which you normally see listed for crazy prices like 30, 35 grand. And it's a really nice colour. Mechanically it probably needs some work, recommissioning just like the rest of them, and a few bits of just general tidying up where it's not been looked after properly. But I think if someone gets it in the guide, it might be an affordable XJS 6 litre convertible. There's another, oh, I know the colour, I have an XJS this colour. Looks nice in the sun, not in the dark so much when it's a bit streaky. And a 4 litre. Now, I like a 4 litre, but I'm not sure I'd own a 4 litre convertible. The convertible needs a V12. For no other reason than I like a V12, but it needs a V12. And my second favourite XJS after the Aventa, the only pre-HE in the sale, ever lovely Squadron Blue. One of the best colours for a pre-HE. Needs some love, and it's got this weird kind of line running along the roof and the boot lid. If it was just a roof, I might have said they fitted and down the screen the final roof and taken it off, but it's a bit weird that it runs. Nice thing, not too bad condition wise. Probably doesn't run though. At 8 to 10 grand, it's not unreasonable. I think the price is quite fair, to be honest, but again, you can spend a lot of money, even if having had a pre-HE and still got one, an XJS V12s, the injectors, the fuel rail, it can be an expense to fix them back up. There's a lot of other Jags. It's a manual. There's a couple of trailers also in the auction. The white one has its winch in a box, in case you're interested in trailers. Not, but look, it's just so nice. So, 420Gs, XJs. This could be part of a JLR collection, but I don't know. It's lovely. Now on to Land Rovers. Nice. Most people I think probably want the bucket seats on these to complete the image, but are they needed? The pimp tint's a bit much for me. Camel effect Defender. Looks as dusty on the inside as it is on the outside. Is that a selling point? Maybe. Maybe it could use a wash. This is nice. Looks to be an early Subaru one with the lights behind the grille. Nice. Another P38. Prices have gone up on these apparently because this is 8 to 12 grand. And a bit faded bumper, and the paintwork's got some issues. Look, Series 1 face is just so nice. 760i BMW. Is that 760i or 760 Li? Short wheelbase, that's rare. I had a 760 Li and it went like the clappers. Great car. Would have another. 500 SL in white. Very, very white. Looks nice though. Got loads of Sportina. Buick Riviera, I'm sure has been historics before. Little Alpha next to it's cute. Nice colour combo as well, if that matters. This bowler's quite wild, mind you expect it would be for 80 to 100 grand, but maybe a good school run car if you live in the country in the winter. Those look like Discovery rear lights as well, early Discovery lights. I'd love to have a go in one, I'm not sure I want to own one though. There's always a VW camper, isn't there? Oh, and it's one with many, many windows. Someone more interested than me would have bought them. Oh look, just to keep the wiper load on. Not my kind of thing, unfortunately. I really like this Camaro though. Never driven one, but it just looks so cool and so menacing sat there. Problem is with Mac cars is they always look scratched as well. A Holden. So when you really want everyone to know you're boring, but you want to have a V8 apparently. Doesn't do anything for me. But for someone it will be in there, kind of everything. The Riviera, I'm more and more sure I've seen it's a historics. I don't see many of them at all. Little TR5, which looks utterly tiny compared to all these American cars. And lovely because of it as well. Nice. A Voss 302 Mustang. And a Charger. Quite like that. Good lines. Corvette. Another Corvette. But this Aston is going into the May sale, and what a lovely looking thing. Love it as a convertible. Love the colour. Everything. Unfortunately, nowhere near wealthy enough. Load of bikes. If you like a bike, there is one here. I really like this Triumph. I know nothing about bikes, but I like it. Another Aston for the May sale, I think. Maybe someone had the pair. They look like a match set. More Americans. Including these massive Airstreams. Well, Airstream of them two Winnebagos. Looks comfortable, I think is the word. Nice little Datsun. Of course, big fan of a clear V6. NSX. And the Spree, it's like a lineup of drivers' cars, isn't it? I suppose everything in here should be a driver's car, but most of them aren't. Oh, it's a shame it's an auto. But the Esprit, I really love the interior on this. The Esprit interior is going to be really naff or really great, and this one is lovely. Look at it. Gold highlights. So, CSL, Clio, an Abarth. Not sure what the Mini is doing in here. Classic or desirable, neither to me. Classic and desirable, M3 CSL with pimp tints. And even better, XKRS GT. Yes please. My kind of car, even in white. Delightful. Love this 190 SL and the 560 SEL as well. Little walk down here. E30 M3. .635 CSI. Had one of those. Really want a manual one. Back to 3 litre CSL as well. 230 SL, which is a manual, nice colour combo, good paint finish. People like restoring these to this kind of condition, I think. Car everyone loves to hate, a Virage, but it's funny, not a manual gear knob. This one has 1,010 miles on it. It's 46 to 56, I think. Porsche section, great colour. Lovely little Lotuses, even more. And there's one of my favourite cars ever. I'll come back to that though. So much money here in stock, it's unreal. So many cars. It's like a candy shop. What do you choose? What do you take home? Everything. CSK, prices on those have dropped as well recent years. It was a real kind of, everyone wanted a CSK and they're like 100 grand plus, so I think this one's 50, 60 out there. Condition looks okay, but not anything brilliant. Nice little 944 turbo with roll cage in it, looks a bit modified for track. Nice. More fast 911s, GT3 RS, turbos. Oh, nice little Speedster here, which has a really funny little high level brake light. I wonder if it's a Japanese car, but looks cool either way. More 911s. Renault Sports Spider, coolest car in here, maybe. one of them. Nice. Would any auction be complete without E-types? I don't think it would. Some proper old school stuff here. This is another Continental. I would love a Continental. I would definitely love this Continental R, wide body, which is just ballistic. What a cool car. Another one I'd love to take home, and there's also one of the coolest cars in here. Menacing. And the little Porsche Speedster again. Nice. Auto DBS. This cute little NSU Prinz, which is tiny and very cool. Have a quick look around the CSK as well. To be fair, the paint's better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, a bit warm. Just convertible. Oh, those wheels are terrible. This. Perfect plate for rolls.
I heard that. I said Tony said it too.
Well, I was certainly down to. Anyway, whatever it is.
Tough. One of the best colours ever of the Mark II. Metallic brown. Delightful. I want that. Even left-hand drive. Not your Nan's car. Just that arch is incredible. Ferraris, Astons. This is nice. .575M manual. And I think it's got the Fiorano handling pack as well. Not my cup of tea, rather 550 in red. This looks like it's ready for a fight. Cross-eyed Sierra, anyone? Old XK project. 140 drop head coupe. Not the most gracious of lines for the original, but I want an E-type project, of course. Can't get near that one now. Series 1 with 2,805 miles from new. Not that it matters because it's, well, look at it. Because I'm a million miles from new. I think this is the one that was from ACA a couple of years ago. Maybe wrong though. And a 911 Targa project. Lots of bits. Taken it apart, done some work, and then got bored. I don't know. These seats aren't original, surely. Yeah, I've integrated those. Okay, another Lotus Cortina. The Sunbeam Tiger I mentioned earlier, which has got really nice stance at the front. So ugly, it's cool. Little Mazda, big CL 500. Little BMW 700. When did you last see one? Probably at Goodwood. And some more cars. That's what you call a chin. There's a couple of bits I missed over here at the start. Love that wing. Pretty cool.